fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. Only fans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening. Say word. On and off the court, in the field with the sports, let them know what's up. Say word. The conversation is active, from movies to action, it's the main attraction.
Yo, another episode of the world's fastest, largest growing podcast. We live from Long Island right now. Usually when I interview people, I don't really have much to say, but this is one of the episodes. We got Erick and Paris making dollars in the building. Mr. Erick Sermon, it's all like that. I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm gonna keep it real. I interview a lot of people, but usually I'm never really excited about interviewing anyone. I ain't gonna front. Like, this is the one where I was like, yo, because I know I'm from Long Island, so I'm from Amityville. So I know what it is for Erick and Paris, like business never personal. I remember all this. So it's like, you don't really understand the impact you had on us in Long Island at that time. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, Rakim was my impact. You know, first public enemy though, Rakim was the reason why I rhymed. Don't forget Wyandanch.
Wyandanch, yes, that's a fact.
This is Brentwood, Deer Park, Wyandanch, Amityville.
Word.
So you know how that's the knit right there.
I want to go back to that time. In that era, it seemed like the boroughs was the only people that was getting that respect, in a sense.
Yeah, because they started.
Yeah.
You know, until Public Enemy came.
Yeah. So you guys coming out, was that transition crazy? You guys being from Long Island at the time?
Nah, I think that again, Rakim came. So Rakim made it comfortable for us to be like, we can do it. So, you know, again, it wasn't like listen, you're a young kid at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All you're trying to do is go on the radio. So there's no competition thing at the time in your head. You're just rhyming, trying to get on the radio. So there was no pressure. You know, there was no pressure to you know, be like somebody else. You know, we just knew that Rakim was from Wyandanch, and if he made it, we can make it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. How'd you meet Paris?
Well, I lived in the north side of Brentwood, which is Regis Park.
Okay.
Regis Park, so that's where I learned all my stuff from, because we had everything over there. Breakdancers, graffiti, you know, rappers. We had everything over there, DJs. So when I came to Paris's house, I moved to my grandmother's crib because our house had got rat infested.
Okay.
Like, really bad. Landlord wasn't doing too much for it, so we had to jet. So we moved to my grandmother's house, and Paris lived on the next block. So I met him at the bus stop.
A word?
Yeah.
When you guys first got together, was y'all just instantly rapping, or it took y'all a while?
No.
Okay, it took y'all a minute to get together?
No, Paris didn't rap when I met him.
Word?
No, Paris was he was a DJ.
Okay.
And one day I told him that I rap. And my first records was Jane. That ended up using it. That was one of my first rhymes. It was Jane and a rap called about Bernard Getz when he shot the train up.
Yep.
So I had those two rhymes.
Okay. I mean, it's like, I got so many questions to ask you. It's so interesting because, like, when you guys came out, arguably you guys are like the best two-man group of all time.
Thanks.
Let's just be clear. I mean, it would be no Mobb Deep, it'd be no MOPs, it'd be no CNNs, and I'm gonna keep it real. They would say the same thing. They would say the same thing. Like, yo, if it's no EPMD, they would say if no EPMD wouldn't be us. How you feel about that?
Nah, because if it wasn't for Run DMC, I wouldn't be here neither. You know, that's what as you can see, there's no secret that EPMD got the lines and Run DMC.
Okay.
That was who we wanted to be. You know, so, you know, I know how it is. You know, you get from somebody, we got from them.
Let's talk about the relationship. Rest in peace to Biz Markie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know he's from Long Island as well. Am I correct?
Yeah, Biz Markie used to be in the lunchroom and the school, you know, rhyming. He didn't go to those schools. Biz Markie was like a furl. He really was like Jesus somebody, because he would show up everywhere. And you didn't know, and he was in every city, every borough, like, you know, when you hear the stories and watch the documentary, you're like, wow, I didn't know Biz was everywhere like that. We thought he was, you know, it was a Brentwood cat, because he was. He lived on Noble Street in Brentwood, down the block from my DJ Diamond J. And you know, we saw him every day that I know about. You know what I'm saying? And then one day at the Pancake House, I saw him, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Yo, I heard you." He said, "I heard you and Faz got a little, y'all doing the record." He's like, he said something sarcastic, was slick. No, I didn't like it, whatever. But then we came out, and we was high. And one day, we went to Business House, and he was picking some records up because we wanted to, you know, finish our album up. So he, you know, he had some beats to show us, and there ain't no half stepping beat. He played that beat for us.
Be so crazy. Ain't no.
He played it. So, but me and Paris didn't like it.
Word?
Yeah. So again, it worked for Candidly. It wasn't dope for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was the kind of relationship that we had. He called us his brothers.
Okay.
Because again, you know, we came up together. So, and we was from Brentwood.
I gotta ask you this: the Rampage song, was you guys gonna edit, you and LL?
Well, I don't know if I wasn't there on the original.
Okay.
When they first made it.
Okay.
The beat's different.
That beat is retarded. Who made that beat?
It's a different beat. That thing was Parrish and at the time.
Okay.
And then, but they was rocking together. But LL's a battle rapper. There's no hands down battle. So if there was a shot taken with you and your squad for the, you know, with the phrase "the real God," the undertaker. So when I see that part, it make you think about that. But L, that's what he is. But I don't know if it was a battle per se, going at each other per se. I wasn't involved in that because I came later.
Okay.
I wasn't there, you know. But
I always wanted that. What do you think about hip hop right now? It's 50 years of hip hop. We just celebrated this. What do you think about like the current state of hip hop right now?
I just think that hip hop is just not hip hop. I just think that they should change the name. I know you shouldn't have. And I know no disrespect, but it's not what that is.
Yo,
hip hop is what it is. It comes from a culture, and hip hop can evolve, but this is not evolving.
You think
evolving is Melly Mel to Rakim stage to the whole nine to Wu-Tang, from Wu-Tang to Murder Inc. DMX. That's evolving. You know, to you know, Cameron, them, you know, Dipset. That's evolving. It's still the culture.
That's a fact.
This not. I didn't go for that. You can't go from that and don't evolve and come to where we at right now. That's not what that is. You know, and they actually are saying they aren't rappers. They saying they something else. They call it some type of vibe or something or whatever, but they can't be. That is not what this culture is about. This culture is about content. It's about being able to say something that resonates, that feels like something. That's what we come from. We have bars being said, technique, flow, the whole nine, beats and rhymes, and situations. And you can have the singing, all that was there. The biggest pop songs in the world was done by Dr. Dre on the Chronic. That still was gangster, but it still was hip hop.
No, that's a fact. I mean,
at the time, like, you know, I'm not taking nothing from, like, I can tell you what, for people think I ain't hating. Young Thug, a genius.
Ooh.
T.I., genius. Luda, The Future, all these people, they all was able to make a lane. That's what that's about, to be able to do something different. And then Migos, everybody robbed them. I gotta give the Soulja Boy, they robbed him too.
Wow.
So all this stuff you're saying right now, that's the elevation of hip hop when you're doing something different. That's what I'm so, it ain't this like, I'm talking about the culture. I'm talking about as far as what hip hop is evolving into something that nobody else is doing that is different, but it still represents the culture, period. But right now, we are so far gone.
Who you blame that on?
I don't know, but when you have when you have Offset talking, Offset is actually saying, yo, shit is fucked up. Nobody wants to hear the content. And he is from the Amigos. When Nicki Minaj is saying, it ain't about talent, it's about popularity.
Wow.
So people are speaking. It's not like it's some silent shit. You know, people are speaking. The night before, the old heads, we talking, be like, oh, they mad. I'm not mad because I'm not broke.
Cool, talk that talk, eating up the green-eyed bandit.
Somebody who's mad can be like saying, okay, well, he mad. I'm not mad because I'm still here doing what I want to do. So I'm not coming from that perspective. I'm just giving you what everybody's afraid to say or they don't want to tell you, but people are coming out right now talking that shit that I'm talking right now. That's why music is in somewhat of a bind, because it's stuck in one place.
Wow. I was about to go somewhere else, but I'm like, I don't know where to even go. I'm gonna go to producing for a minute. I didn't know you produced for Jodeci.
Yeah. Don't forget, we didn't have cameras and stuff back then, people talking. So unless you read on me, you don't know I did these things.
Oh, wow.
So that wall is nothing. I don't even hang stuff up no more.
Oh, so talk that talk. Like,
because that's what we did back then. Like, I was doing as much R&B as I was doing hip hop music.
wow.
I was doing Chico DeBarge, The Airslow, Blackstreet, Andy Stone, the Mary, Jodeci, you know, however they was in Vogue. Anybody that was doing much rap, I was doing that too.
Well, I never knew that. I thought I was like the biggest EPMD fan. I never knew that.
The Brownstone, If You Love Me.
Oh, Brownstone, If You Love Me. That's Michael. Yeah.
People just, you know, don't read. I don't talk it, because now you're talking because I'm in an interview, but there's no need for me to do all that. You want to go do some research, go research it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Shaq, first album, all of it. Stuff, so first, why he rapping?
Ooh. Let's talk just like music. Classic song. Me personally, my favorite song, my favorite Erick Sermon song is Welcome. It's all like that. Yo, that's my word. That's my word.
That's Method Man.
That's my. You know, I still play that. Like
Method Man, like because he likes him because how he look in the video.
Oh yeah.
He says, Erick, that's the plot. Ever look in the video.
Yeah, like yeah. I think he had like it looked like he like. It don't matter what he had on, but the fact that he had the joint on, I remember. But yeah,
the fact that he said that, like when I look at that video.
Yo, it's all like Welcome is my favorite song, but like
Darren Hall.
Like yeah, shout out to Aaron Hall. But just like music was like that song that like rock. Like, can you take us to like how you came up with that idea?
Well,
the video was dope too.
Well, my mom's, of course, everybody had Marvin Gaye's last album, Midnight Love. Everybody had that album, but I really played the album back to back when I was 12 years old, and so I knew it. And one of my best friends, Carolyn Robbins, she knew that too. She went to London. It was an a cappella album in London.
Okay.
So she brought it back. She called me like around 12 o'clock in the morning. She lived in Park Slope. She said, Erick, I got the a cappella to Midnight Love. I said, stop lying. So I drove all the way to Park Slope from here.
Wow. Yeah, that's a trip.
And then I rode all the way back. And I made it in 2 hours. And what you heard is what I kept, what you hear.
Wow.
Because I wanted to see was what it would sound like if I made a record with Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
It wasn't supposed to be heard for nobody. My boy Bernard stole the CD out the CD player and took it to Clear Channel at a convention in California and played it. That record was never supposed to be out.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to come out at all?
No.
I remember that joke. Wow.
Full usage.
Wow.
Because I wasn't even thinking about getting Marvin Gaye clear. That wasn't like in my head. I was just making a record to see how it would sound if I produced Marvin.
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite EPMD song? So What You Saying?
Yes, we'll just saying, Poppy.
Ooh, so y'all made that record for the haters though.
Well, it's
like yeah, that was a punch in the face. Yeah, that was a sophomore album coming up, but y'all made that album like, yeah, listen, y'all. So What You Saying?
Because you gotta understand, people was what that record was saying. People thought that wasn't Jinx. People thought we sounded like Rakim, which is.
And then you came out with Double or Nothing.
No, I came out with No Pressure.
Pressure. Right. Was that hitting switches?
Yeah.
Off and on.
Well, hitting switches came from the Who's the Man?
Who's the Man soundtrack. Yeah.
Because Puffy had called me when I was in Atlanta. He called me in the studio. Was like, yo, Erick, you want to do a single for the movie? I got this movie coming out. And I said, who won? He said, Biggie Smalls. When he had a Party and Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
PJ Blige, You Remind Me.
You Remind Me, yeah.
I'm like, these are people I never knew. So I said, sure, I'll do it, you know. So after I shot it, he was like, yo, we recorded, he's like, we're going to do a video to it. So in New York, this was Hype Williams, before nigga knew who Hype was.
Oh, Hype was like this
Don't think it's brand new.
Okay.
So him and Puffy shot hitting switches. And Biggie Smalls was on the set the whole time. So everywhere that I was shooting at, Biggie was right there next to me, you know, watching me shoot, you know. It was it's the illest shit because people don't know this part though, but Biggie wanted to be on my album.
Wow.
He called Tracy Waples to get on the album, but I already had some kid named Joe Sinister that Jam J had bought me.
Okay.
And I had Redman and Keith Murray, so I already had a kind of crew. You know what I'm saying? But that was my biggest, I wish I would have known.
You would have made that move?
Mistake of, you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like I said, I don't know, he's new, you know?
Do you feel like, we always have this argument back and forth with people. I was just talking to somebody. Do you feel like he's the greatest out of all the MCs? And that, like that?
I can't know out of all the MCs, but he's one of them.
Okay. Hold on.
Because you could imagine for him to have 2 albums and for him to be able to do that with 2 albums. That's the part people are missing. They think it wrong by saying, but he only had 2 albums. Yeah, that is crazy. He only had 2 albums.
Yeah, crazy.
He did all that.
Yeah, crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But the wordplay, this niggas is mad to get more butt than the ashtrays. Fuck a fair when I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way. Ramson no. Far from hands, but then a nigga tote. More guns than there's nobody word plays like that. It doesn't matter if you hear it now. It's only a few people. Redman's not because he's me. I mean, we're with me, but Redman's
so nice.
If you looking at people, it's him, Biggie, as far as technique wise, Trench, and then you got to come up to, of course, you got to start with Chaos One, Slick Rick. They're the ones. Then you go up to Nas and Jay, and then go to Biggie. But again, it's only 2 people that word play and how to move it and inject cadence like that. Biggie's cadence was what it was.
Like,
you know?
Man, that's like
that impact. I don't care. It's like you can't take that from him. That's what makes him potentially one of the best to ever do it. Because of that.
Did you name Pressure, that album Pressure, because of you and Paris breaking up? Did you feel like it was pressure?
I don't know.
Or you just
I never had no pressure. I come from that, man. I'm not with no pressure about making no records. Don't forget, it wasn't like it was now. It was only a few of us that was out.
Yeah, okay.
There was nobody to worry about. Like everybody, like not taking up from nobody out. I didn't think it. It's not right there. I ain't gonna do it. If it was nobody,
Def Squad, and I talk that song, he done with
that nigga. So, but at the time, it was nothing. Then I put running mess together. After that, there was nothing like, there was no pressure from nowhere near me. I had the niggas.
I'm gonna go into that. How'd you even find Redman? This is the time where Jersey was Jersey, but Jersey's not like New York.
I did a show at Club Sensations in Jersey.
Redman's so nice.
It was like being at the Apollo, but a little worse. Club Sensations, Newark, New Jersey is Newark. You know Newark?
Oh yeah.
Joke.
It will steal your car out there.
Forever.
Word.
But Newark, Do It All from
Lord
Underground.
Shout out to Do It All.
He came with Reggie.
Ooh.
And he said, my man rap. And I heard Redman, and I said, spit a rhyme. He said, I float like the butterfly, sting like the rock wool. So I thought he was going to say, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. But he didn't do that. He said, sting like the rock wool. I said, yo, you going on stage tonight. Because again, the metaphors was not, I'm like, just the one line.
Redman talking about
So the people were like, oh, so when he got, they like, what are you doing on stage? What Redman doing on stage? Because that was me. I didn't have to hear a whole bunch of shit. The time I already knew what it was. Come on, I had K Solo. To do all of them. So it was like, so it was like, I had that effect. Effect changed the game. So like I said, you talking about me having pressure. I had the niggas. They talk that to me here, eh? I know. I'm sorry. You know, I'm thinking like you right though.
That's a fact. I forgot all about Diggity Dog.
The game was going at one.
Oh my God.
To the point where you had Ice Cube with Chick see something as big as Wu-Tang in our life. So Method Man was already Method Man.
Okay.
It's the fact that it just made it doper that him and Red got together and then formed this bond. But again, you know, we all grow up. You know, like I said before, I was, you know, when I see Meth now, I'd be like, you know, I'm not surprised because how high was that movie? So it depends on how far you want to take it. I just saw Method Man on Drink Champs saying that he was tired of going overseas, so he took the acting seriously, and now he's a lawyer, you know, and one of the biggest shits on TV.
It's so interesting because you produce, you write, like you do everything. What's the one that's like kind of like your main passion? Producing.
Yeah, that was if I chose to do that, then do show. I'm not really. Listen, I did shows because it came with the territory. That's not my thing. But I love making records.
Okay.
I don't like the bullshit that go with it. You know, the kissing ass, the station, and going and do the promo. You know, all the stuff that come with it is like it's bullshit. You know, trying to fight for radio spots and try to get on and all that shit. I'm glad this shit's over with now too, because streaming's here. So I'm glad we not play that radio game and kiss ass and the whole nine, because I wasn't really with that part. I really wanted to making good music and letting the world hear it. And don't block it because I didn't spend money with you. Like, it shouldn't be like, that's the part that's fucked up. Like Bobby Smurda said too. The reason why y'all didn't see me because nobody put money behind me no more. That's the truth. If a record's not on the radio, that means somebody's not putting money behind it. They go like that. Nobody's breaking you to be breaking you. Bullshit. That shit costs money. Everybody who hot is being paid for. That's just the game. No secret. You ever watch Dreamgirls, the movie?
No, I didn't watch it, but I know what it is.
Dreamgirls, the movie, Jamie Foxx had a car.
Okay. Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
But he had to sell the Cadillac.
Yeah.
To get money for what?
Yeah. I remember.
For radio.
Yeah. He was trying to get it on the radio. Yeah.
So he had to sell the Cadillac to get money to buy radio. This is the 50s and 60s. It never changed. You ever watch Cadillac Records?
Yeah, that's my movie.
Cadillac Records.
I love Cadillac Records.
Just had to go pay money to get Muddy Waters record played, what they call race records. But again, he had to come out of his pocket.
Spend that bread.
To pay. It's not nothing new. So why are we acting like this is new? It's been that way. You pay to play.
And do you like the streaming now?
Even though streaming is less than 1%, it's still way more money than you're getting if you sign to a label.
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy? We still getting raped, but we're making more money in streaming than we did by having a record contract.
Okay.
That's what Baby speaks about. Whoever's saying that ain't no money in streaming, you're not in the game. Because it's a lie. And I can prove it too because I see it. I see the money. The money is better. Matter of fact, it's way better. But even though there's less than one penny, it's still better than you having the record contract. And they giving you from alone and you getting whatever dime or whatever you think you get from a record label when you ain't getting no royalties, they're not coming. At least that streaming is coming.
That's a fact. You know what it is? They say,
what's going to change though too? They about to put streaming up to 15%. Now people going to be getting real money for these. Word? Yeah, the game's changing.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's Say We're a Podcast, the Green Eye Bandit in the building. I don't want to ask you this question before we get up out of here.
Go.
My sister said, where did you get your eyes from?
Oh, my grandfather. My grandfather's from Alabama, Evergreen.
Okay.
My grandfather had blue eyes.
Okay.
And he wasn't white, just had blue eyes. Of course, it probably was, doing, somebody probably got to his mom, sort of like that. But my grandfather, and then my mother had light brown eyes too. I just got the hazel, whatever. It's just a mixture. But I think it came from my grandpa.
Shout out to my sister. I'm going to tell you a funny story real fast. My sister used to work for your father.
Hold up, we got to stop real quick. Because every time somebody comes to me talking about my father, about that goddamn job, I went with your dad.
I'm treated. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Dad got my job.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
You only got one job?
Yeah, but my sister used to work there. This was years ago. My sister's a lawyer now.
The LIDC.
The LIDC.
So it's only one?
Yes. Oh my God. So you hear it all the time?
One job.
So you hear it all the time?
My dad got everybody in the fucking
my sister was
on the job, or he worked with them, or either they did a basketball tournament or whatever like that. Your dad, my dad is mad popular, and you know, with these workers.
And it's the funniest thing though, really.
I went with your dad.
Yeah, it's the funny thing because she remembers his job. She's a lawyer now. She lives in Maryland, but she's like, she loved that job. She's going to your dad over and he had to fix you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was in Brentwood.
My dad was the proudest. Yeah, man. He was taking advantage though. My dad was what? Well, yeah, my brother never saw it. You know what? That's when he went.
Yo, y'all know what it is. This Erick sermon, man, I appreciate it.
But I'm glad that too, because again, the time that when I came down, because now you blew up, but before I was like, what?
You said I blew up now?
We did. I don't know, but I'm saying because you had people before me.
We trying to get there though. We trying to get there.
But you blew up.
Okay, I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all feeling good. He said I blew up.
But the fact that I didn't get to you at the time, but that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you know how God works, you're always on time.
Word.
You came to Long Island. I'm like, okay, well, come to the lab. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right up.
And the thing about it too is like, I was kind of shocked that you wanted to do it because of what just happened. I ain't gonna mention the other thing though, too, because it had got so popular. So, but the question that you asked was nowhere near that.
Yeah.
So we can cut this though, but again, it makes it dope that we didn't go on that, because there's be like, oh, we saw him already. He said everything already. No, we just talked about this.
That's so fast.
It was the dope question that we asked about differently. That makes a dope interviewer.
I appreciate that.
That makes me dope, because again, you recording this, you could have went and did something else.
He double saying I'm
no, but because you could have went on the regular shit that you heard. But
I didn't. That's a fact.
On Long Island.
What's a fact?
You know what I'm saying? That was the part.
That's a fact.
Long Island stand up.
That's a fact.
I don't care. The rap game would be empty if Long Island didn't exist.
That's a fact.
De La Soul, Busta Rhymes,
Public Enemy,
who's there? Public Enemy, EPMD, Solo, Keith Murray, Myra Carey, Frank Mack, you know,
Ashanti, Blink
him. You know, no play with that, man.
Come on, man.
Without Long Island, this shit is empty.
That's a fact.
I mean, empty with three or four of the biggest. De La, EPMD, Public Enemy, Erick B. and Rakim. That right there alone. Then you got Busta Rhymes. It'll be empty.
And De La from Amityville, where I'm from.
Word. Rest in peace, Dave. I love you.
Definitely. Say World Podcast, we up out of here.
The fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. Only fans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening.